Perfect. 1 minute on the clock. And y'all can continue to write. I'm just going to speak a few more words about essentialism, which is really just being essential. But think about if you did give up just one thing in your life, one thing that may be clutter, maybe something you've had for 10, 20 years. I know I've got some things I've had 10, 15, even 20 years. And I've carried them around, and they've been in a box and a bag, and I don't even realize that I have them, and I just keep carrying them around. And then when I move, or I put up something like a new shelf, and then I rearrange, and I come across this item, I look at it, and then I just move it somewhere else. And I wonder if I just let that item go, would it be less stress for myself? So maybe think about every month or every 3 months or 6 months or every year, just letting something go to maybe feel a little more organized. And I know that doesn't work for everybody. Some people must keep their things. But some may also let go. And we'll be moving on to our second speaker this evening. Our second speaker this evening is none other than myself, Bryan Swanson. It's always interesting to be the Toastmaster and then introduce yourself as the next speaker. So Bryan, myself, will be speaking out of the Humorous Speaking Manual. This is project number 4. The title of the speech is Simplify Your Life. I'm not used to how you do the protocol in this portion when you're the Toastmaster, the speaker.
I could read your objectives. As your evaluator, I could read your objectives.
Okay.
Would you like me to do so?
Sure.
As Bryan's evaluator, let me get my focus on.
Focus.
His objectives are to prepare a speech that opens with a self-deprecating joke. He is to string together 2 or 3 related jokes in the speech body and to close the speech with a humorous story. His time is 5 to 7 minutes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Being here in such excellent company will be great for my image. I just hope it won't detract from all of y'all's. And luckily, we don't have any of this on film. That's my attempt at self-deprecating jokes.
I was like, somebody can push the button.
It's on. It's already running, so it's going to catch it all. Simplify your life. At the bookstore the other day, go figure, there's a book called Essentialism. And it's written by Greg McNone, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, his last name anyways. And I found this book very interesting, just in the title alone, Essentialism. And I'm into this minimalism type thing lately as I've been moving around a bunch of stuff. And I've done a number of speeches about getting rid of stuff and having lots of boxes of stuff. And so I found this book just kind of jump off the shelf at me. I picked it up and I thought, this is exactly what I need. I need some essentialism in my life. I need to get down to the essentials. I need to really just focus on some of the main things. Focus. I'm going to try to throw a skew in there, but it's not going to work. A skew!
God bless you.
No, that was a skew. And as I'm reading this book, and I'm flipping through it, I'm finding that every page that I turn through, there's something valuable. So now I've got out a highlighter, and I'm highlighting, and I'm marking. And not only am I highlighting and marking up this book, now I need a notepad. I need my little sticky notes. And so I start writing little notes to myself. I highlight, and then I'm writing more thoughts about that particular item that I highlighted on, and I stick the sticky down, and then the sticky fills up, and then I get another post-it note, and another post-it note, and another post-it note. And as you can see, this goes on and on. Now, in essentialism, you're supposed to be creating less. Less. And all I'm doing is creating more. Through each line that I read, I'm creating more notes to read for myself later on and more things to do. And before I know it, my little table literally has sticky notes all over it. And I'm like, gosh, what is going on here? This doesn't feel quite essential to essentialism. Is this some kind of backward inside joke that I'm not really familiar with? Maybe it's in the pages to come. So I continue reading. And then we come to a chapter called Edit. And I'm thinking, this is it. This is the one that's going to tell me what I need to do to get down to the essential things in life. And I'm reading through it, and I'm blown away, page by page. And I think, ah, I've got it, an aha moment. Essentialism, and I throw the book straight in the trash. I was like, that's essentialism. I walk away, and I go take a siesta. I wake up from my siesta, and I feel refreshed because I've tossed the book in the trash and done away with something. I'm completely done with it. And I'm not giving myself any more tasks. The sticky notes. I scooped them all and dropped them in the trash and just let it all go. And I think in life, what happens is we have this major or minor issue. And we have a lot of things that we do on a minor scale, basically thousands of things. And we take one step on 1,000 different paths as we go on, and we're not really impactful. We're not really having an impact. We're getting a little bit better in each of those areas. We're doing a little something in each of those areas. But for the most part, we're not going to be impactful. And so that's the minor. And to be essential or essential at essentialism, you have to work on the major parts. And it can only be one thing. And imagine if you took all those 1,000 steps that you have in a bunch of minor areas, and you applied it to one straight area, and you took 1,000 steps in one direction. Now that would change the world. So in reading this book, Essentialism, to simplify my life is to actually declutter and get rid of some of the things that I've been holding on to for so long that have no meaning or no value. There's no impact to me in any way whatsoever. And I need to start on the journey of one major thing instead of 1,000 minor things so that I can be more effective at life. Mr. Toastmaster, which is me. And if we could have 1 minute of silence, and we could fill out our groan glows for Bryan, your second speaker. Suggestions, comments?